Welcome back, my Jedi friends. And today we ask the question, are there aliens among us? Are they among us, folks? Are they among us? So, firstly, I don't know. Secondly, people I respect a lot have said that they are. So, we're going to explore it. So, first and foremost, folks, for most people, most of the population, you probably see this title and think, what a load of bollocks. I get it. I absolutely get it. Totally get that. Secondly, I would say anyone that thinks they absolutely know for certain is full of shit. So there's the two sides of it, folks. There's the two sides. Some people just think it's incomprehensible that there are aliens here. Incomprehensible, folks. No way. Can never happen. Wouldn't do it. But anyone that's saw Star Trek or any of the iterations of it will be more open-minded to it, folks. To think that you know for certain that for this vast universe out there, that there's nothing, there's no other species that could space travel or find us. And here's something to think about. If you were an alien and you were looking down at humanity and you were thinking about taking over, well, wouldn't you just wait a few years and let us wipe ourselves out? We're the most lunatic species ever. Why would you want to get involved? Why would you want to get involved? Ironically, my dad used to say, tongue in cheek, only half joking with me, that the only way that you'd ever unite humanity is for the aliens to invade. And yet, if the aliens invaded, folks, you can be sure they'd go to a certain nation and do the whole divide and rule thing and get somebody to turn splitter on everybody else. That is the nature of humanity, folks. That's the nature of humanity. So, if you are an advanced species, why would you want anything to do with us? We'd probably lock you in a room and carve your brain up as an experiment. So we're not exactly an evolved species, much as we like to think that we are, folks. And would you, if you were another species, would you come in? Would you walk amongst us? I'm not sure I would, folks. I am not sure I would. So let's look at it. We know the against version. It's incomprehensible. Just no way. No way. Closed mind. No way. So let me ask you this question, folks. What's more likely? That there's a supreme force called God that exists only in texts, or that there's alien species on this planet? I would argue that the two of them are equally whacked out from a from a purely pragmatic point of view, folks. Pure pragmatism here. For if you're for the agnostic or the atheist to look at that, or the Darwinism perspective to look at those two things, I would say that probably the alien equation is more likely. It's more likely. So there's a place to start, folks, for all of you people that believe in a higher species or a higher being. Then is it that far out that there could be aliens amongst us? Just asking, folks, just asking. And let's face it, how do we know that they would be hostile? And why would they be hostile? Why would they want this planet? I mean, the only way the aliens would do anything to us is if they looked down and thought every other species on this planet is suffering because of humanity. It's true, folks. We are the virus. We are the virus. We act like a virus. We carve up the land. We make every other species. We're wiping out species at an alarming rate, folks. We're a very selfish being. And that's the truth. We act like a virus on this planet. That's the reality of it, folks. The empath will see this. The empath will see that humanity, is it worth saving? Is it worth saving humanity, folks? Who knows? Only you can answer that question. For me, looking at it objectively, if I was in a court of law and it was a planetary court right now, and there was a lawyer representing every other species on the planet versus humanity, I'm certain we would lose that case. We would lose that place, folks. We'd be doing life for sabotaging the planet. So, who is the real alien here? Who's the real alien on this planet? I'm just throwing this out there, folks. I'm just throwing it out there to get you to think about this stuff. So the flip side, why did I even record this video today? You may or may not want to know. So I know a few friends who are very tapped in, and I trust them. There it is, folks. I trust them, who have said to me that this year that we will be increasingly aware of outer worldly presences on this planet. And that's all I'll say about it now. And whether that comes to pass, whether you get to know that or not, folks, well, only time will tell. But only someone very closed-minded would completely shut the door on that. Would completely shut the door on that. Now, if you follow David Icke, it's a given. It's a given there's lizards running around. And who's to say there isn't? I certainly can't disprove it. Can't disprove it, folks. And now I've seen a few lizards. I've seen a few lizards. I've been to the outback. I've been to all sorts of interesting places while I was traveling. I've seen a few lizards in my time, so who's to say that he's wrong? There are a few lizards. Whether they can walk like human beings and disguise themselves, well, that's another topic for another day. But I just thought I'd throw this one out there today, folks, just to start a conversation, just to see where you're at. To anyone that's still watching now, then I invite you to leave a comment. Although this is probably one of those topics where you don't want people to think that you might be a little bit out there, that you could be a candidate for the asylum, my Jedi friends. But a true Jedi knows that they're already living in a lunatic asylum. We are in the asylum, folks. And the moment that you accept that, and you wake up to the reality that you are running around in a lunatic asylum, then anything's possible. Anything, even aliens. So there you go, my Jedi friends. If you have an opinion on this, I would love to hear it. So I've done this slightly different today. Bit of clickbait. Let's see who clicks on. Let's see who comments. I'll be very interested to see what happens next. So, my Jedi friends, please do leave a comment here. Let's start the conversation. I'll be interested to gain your thoughts, and it doesn't even have to be serious. I welcome all comedy and trolling. By all means, bring it on, folks. Bring it on. And if you want more of my random wackiness, then please do subscribe to the channel. Would be appreciated. And if you want one of my not so far out ramblings, you'll find it just there.